We can't dance or sing. The lockdown that never ends, and the hell that it brings. So I'm stuck at home again. Going out is weird. I read Facebook every day. It confirms what I fear. 2020 rendezvous. Me and me, you and you. 2020 rendezvous. There's nothing that we can do. 2020 rendezvous. Turn away from the EU. 2020 rendezvous. 2 meters between me and you.
I've got 4 kids. He double the amount of fish that he turned into wine.
They remind me of the Hedgehog.
True, he needs to grow up. And he's back. Yes, kebabs definitely come from Turkey, and you can say that.
Hello and welcome. Tonight's show will leave you dazed and confused for so long it's not true. But first, the man who is only dazed due to the fact that he's got 4 kids. It's Chris.
Good evening, people. Hope you're all well in internet world.
And of course, the man who spent most of his evenings dazed over the years. It's Trevor.
Hello.
And the man who's frankly more confused than dazed. It's Ricky.
Guten Abend.
And of course, there's me, who goes on for so long it's not true. Too long, to be honest. Anyway, please share and subscribe this stream. Coming up in the show, we've got a new video, and we got a new song, and we got your chosen 5. Plus, we got a new song from Trev. Well, sort of. It's an old song, but it's one you haven't heard before. We got Chris's album of week, and we got Trev's and we got Trev's true or false, and we got Ricky's confession that he hasn't thought of yet, but he's going to think of one. And we got actually. You thought of it? Wow! And we've called
only about half hour ago.
And of course, we've also got Jesus the Pen. Don't forget to vote for songs for next week. I'm just now, while we're doing this, clearing out the old votes because I forgot to do that. So any vote you do from now will count towards next week. So yeah, how's everyone doing?
Good.
Fantastic.
Nearly sick this afternoon after being on some waltzes with the kids. That was good.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
I remember I went on them with my dad when I was about, 7. I had a big stick of candy floss.
Never going well.
And my mum was going, Rick, let me hold that for you. And I was like, absolutely no way. She went, you're going to be sick if you eat that on there. I went, no, I'm not. Well, I was.
Of course you were.
Because I know best as a 7-year-old, especially when it comes to food. Jesus Christ.
Oh, the candy floss ended up in your dad's hair or something. Fucking hell, Rick.
When I was a fucking wizard.
Hello to Christine, hello to Anne Blair, hello Mike Crooks, hello Evelyn Anson, I think I said hello to you, Tim Luck, Robert Bone, Christine, I can't remember who I've already said, Jenna, hello John Chappell.
Evening,
Hello, everyone.
On YouTube, we've also got Jackie and Evelyn and some other people. So I'll be saying some more hellos, but let's move on straight away to this week's number 5 position, which is Chris's song, Second Sight. And of course,
Super
we've got
duper.
the video for it, which we premiered 2 weeks ago on the show. So here it is.
Gosh.
I sing your words. They feel absurd. I can't walk away, or I wouldn't get paid from you. No longer friends. The bitter end. You won't let me speak, and I stop feeling weak. I got sick inside. You're not always right. Controlling in all you do. You're just paranoid. I'm slightly annoyed. I'm not giving my soul to you. I'm living on the edge of my nose. You're gonna get what you deserve. You'll see. We came so far. A rising star. I feel so ashamed, but I'm not to blame. I've got second sight. You're not always right. Controlling in all you do. You're just paranoid. I'm slightly annoyed. I'm not giving my soul to you. I'm living on the edge of my nose. You're gonna get what you deserve. You'll see.
There we go. That was Second Sight there, number 5 on the chart this
Gosh.
week. I didn't actually do the this week's number 5 impact thing, so I'm going to do it afterwards just to get it in because I like pressing the button.
Press the button, Dave.
This week's number 5. Well, we got that in the wrong order, but there you go. That was this week's number 5. We're going to move on very quickly to play you the Series 2 pledge because we are making Series 2 of 2020 Rendezvous and raising money for that. You can go at 2020rendezvous.com/shop, but I've got a pledge video. Don't go away. Don't click off the stream for a minute and a half because you think, oh, no, I've seen it before.
I have done.
Oh,
Sorry.
you are scum.
Literally.
Please watch it all and we'll be back in 1.5 minutes after this pledge. Hi there, Dave here, and we're making Series 2 of 2020 Rendezvous. Now, if you're asking yourself, what's 2020 Rendezvous, then go over to youtube.com/spacepotatoes and watch Series 1 of 2020 Rendezvous. It's the playlist at the top of the channel. Now, that series ends in a load of drama. I'm not going to give any spoilers away, I think it's going to be healthy, Chris. I think it's going to get it all out in the open.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be well healthy, yeah, because I'm going to look like a fucking idiot.
The new series, Series 2, picks up from where that drama left off, but it gets even juicier and we've got some new bad guys. But we need your help to make 2020 Rendezvous Series 2. So what can you do to help us? Well, you can go to 2020rendezvous.com, go to our shop and pre-order the new albums, 14 and Megalomania. Now they come as a pack of 2 albums, or you can buy them individually, or you can buy them in a pack with handwritten lyric sheets that we're going to sign and send out, so you'll get all our wrists hurting having to sit there write out lyrics of whatever song you choose. Plus there's the vinyl and the download of the previous album, Baked, the best of Space Potatoes, 18 tracks of absolute pure gold. Well, and it was in this position that even I realised my ego had gone way too far. So that's one way you can help us. You can also share this video. You can also go and watch 2020 Rendezvous, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share it amongst your friends if you like it. That helps us as well. Share, 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 share. But we do need your help. So thanks for watching this video. Remember, go to 2020rendezvous.com. That will give you all the links for Series 1. You can go to our shop. You can become a member in our members area, all that stuff. It's all over there on 2020rendezvous.com. So please help us make Series 2. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please share. So yeah, there we go. That is our Series 2 pledge. Please buy. And we've already raised some more money there. We've gone up from 6 something to 692. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
There we go. So I thought topical news. We chatted about Nirvana 2 weeks ago. Last time we were streaming, and I thought I'd Google what the biggest news is. Put into Google music news. And I wanted to know what the top story was of the week for music news.
Here we go.
Ricky and pull the handle.
Ed Sheeran says that he once took Taylor Swift to his local pub and no one noticed. And I thought, is that it? Is that the best story of the week in music news?
That is a slow news week.
That is a slow news week.
That's a nice one. I like that one.
There we go. Yeah, he likes that one. So yeah, we're not.
He likes it because he likes
smash the life out of that. I'd steamroll it.
What, Ed Sheeran? You gingers are all the same. Oh, you love your own, don't you?
Jesus Christ.
So we've had a fan submission. We've had a video made by Rebecca Goodwill.
This is so good.
And yeah, she made a video for Ricky's song Foxes, and it's very, very nice. We're not going to put it on our YouTube channel just yet because we haven't actually finished the Foxes song. We're going to get some real brass and might get Ricky to play real drums on it, and still needs to final mix. But this is such a good video, and I think we'll make this the official video at some point. I'll speak to her and we'll work on that one.
Absolutely.
But there's just some really good concepts in it. I was totally blown away by the concepts in it, and yeah, I'd just like to redo the carton thing in 3D and stuff. But all the concepts. I mean, she's filmed herself, or I'm assuming Gage has filmed her doing certain bits and pieces, and the lighting of it and all the bits and pieces. I really like it. So this is a fan submission video for Foxes by Rebecca Goodwill. This is it in its raw form as she sent it to me. So here we go.
Have you seen the news today? It's not looking good. Everyone's going crazy now, but we knew that they would. 'Cause it's what they love to do. Oh, how have you been? You've not much to say.
yesterday. It's the same old shit. People falling for the latest lie, and it's making them rich. Yeah, it's just what they do. One day they'll disappear, and hopefully they won't return. I hope your eggs go up in flames and we'll watch as they burn. We'll blame it on the media in turn. It won't be easy. It's gonna be hard to pick yourself back up again and remember who you are. If I could tell you, I've got so much to say. We'll blame it on the media until they fade away. It won't be easy. It's gonna be hard to pick yourself back up again and remember who you are. If I could tell you, I've got so much to say. We'll blame it on the media until they go away. It won't be easy. It's gonna be hard to pick yourself back up again and remember who you are. If I could tell you, I've got so much to say. We'll blame it on the media until they go away.
So there we go. That was
It's just so good.
Oh, brilliant.
that's a great video.
I didn't get. Even though it was out of sync, I saw it to the chorus and then it stuck.
Oh,
And Dennis just texted me saying, "I can't watch it. It's not working on the train."
oh
What I
no.
saw was really, really good, though. Very impressed.
So good, Bex. Thanks. Seriously, so
really
good.
We will chat and incorporate that, and that'll be excellent. Maybe even get you in series 2 as the video director for the song. You can come in and explain your concept. You could be like the art director. I don't know. We'll talk about that. Anyway, what's next on the agenda? It's Trevor's true or false.
Oh,
I need to turn the send up so you can hear your music, because you don't like it. If you
Doesn't
don't hear the
respond.
music. No, you don't respond.
Doesn't even respond.
So here we go. Trevor's true or false music. Here we go. There you go, Trev.
right. So, this is another one from when I was younger and stupid. So, I did it a few times actually, blew up a water bottle with me breath, as in blowing in it, to a balloon state. It's not clever, and I nearly passed out first time I did it. Right? Second one is, I once swam 2 lengths of our local baths, which is full-length swimming pool, underwater without coming up.
Hang on.
I kind of think one is a Trevor thing to do.
I was a good swimmer.
I've seen you swimming, Trev, and you are a good swimmer, and you are quite sort of athletic. So I can imagine in your youth,
In my day, I was
in your day, I can
not
imagine.
bad. Yeah.
I haven't got a clue. I've never seen Trevor in a pool or anything.
Haven't you?
No.
I've seen him. I think I've seen him in a pool once or twice.
I'm normally drunk.
I've seen Dave do 2 lengths of a pool without coming up for air.
That's true. I have done that.
Yeah. So it is possible via us mere mortals.
That's the other
not,
thing.
Not
It
Olympic athletes.
It sounds more impressive than it is, but considering I've done it and I'm by no means a fitness freak, that means that it's...
And Trevor's, yeah.
A hell of a lot healthier.
I'm going to go for number 2 just because
Used to it.
So what was number 1 again? What were you blowing up?
Oh,
I saw this guy on the telly. He blew the hot water bottle up until it burst, right? And it takes some doing just to get him started. I managed to get one blown up to like it inflated properly and started going a different colour. But then I couldn't do it anymore, so I had to quick,
But I know what you're like about hygiene, like getting your mouth.
Yeah, I can't see you putting your glove round a.
Actually, put it in the.
I want to go with 1. I'm going to go 1.
Well, at home they are saying we've got number 2 from Evelyn, we've got number 1 from Anne. Robert still go for option 3. It's very, very silly, Robert. Tim Luck, number 1. Jackie says 1 is impossible, so 2. Robert Bone says 2. Mike Crooks says 1. Ralph is saying 2. Jenna's saying 2. It's quite split on this one. I think I'm going to go for number 2. I'm going for the lengths of the swimming pool. I can imagine you were quite proud of yourself doing that, even though we've already established it wasn't that special. What do you reckon, Chris?
Number 2. Sorry, I was having a drink. Yeah, number 2. I don't know. I don't
Dramatic
really know
pause there while you had your drink. And you still sticking with number 1, Ricky?
Yeah, I'm going to go with number 1.
Okay, what is it, Trev?
It was number 1.
I fucking knew it! I knew it! That is such a Trev thing to do.
You just have to be stupid.
Exactly, that is such a Trev thing to do. I knew
Bit
it.
of a technique because you blow, and every time you blow, you have to use your tongue as a little valve stop, and then you push. You like get more air in your mouth, and you push more air in with your tongue. But
Oh, brilliant.
this time I tried it, I nearly passed out, went all dizzy and everything. Second time I got that thing is when you're blowing something too hard. And you,
that bit. Yeah, horrible.
I was going to say, yeah, that must take some doing. What are they made of? Just like really hard rubber, isn't it?
Just not hard. It was standard hot water bottle.
Well, they feel when you hold one, they feel really like tough and solid.
They are. But it's like a mind-altering experience when you manage to get it to go. Because then you don't know what to do. And the pressure's so much. It's just getting that bit. It goes up and then you think, oh, this is easy. Then
There's some dickheads on YouTube who film themselves doing it, aren't there?
Yeah.
I want to watch that after the stream, actually. I want to watch someone
And how old were you?
Oh, God.
Last week.
18, 17, 18.
Oh, right, okay.
I used to do ridiculous things back then. Used to be able to tear a telephone book in half.
You do. Right, well, coming up, we've got a new song from Chris. We got a new song from Trev, sort of. Well, one that you lot haven't heard. We got Chris's album of Toot Week. We got Ricky's Confession, and we've got Jesus the Pen, because he is risen, of course. So yeah, let's do Trev's song now. I think. Trevor, tell us about your song. I'm going to hit the button.
Right.
This is a song called British Home Stores, or BHS, as I like to call
Me and
it.
Ricky haven't heard this, have
Are you
we?
going to play it first or?
No, tell us about it. Tell us a little bit.
When I first got the old band Horizon together, within the first sort of month, we were getting to know each other properly and what have you. And just for a laugh, we did this sort of punky thing. Drummer said, "Oh, I quite like that," and then it progressed from there. Then they said, "Why don't you sing it differently?" So I thought, all right. So I did. Unfortunately, we recorded it, and I've let you hear it.
I love it.
It's Anyway,
Honestly, I love it. It's
well.
just...
The story is that we had a manager at the time who thought highly of us, and he said, "Oh, I've got an idea." So he got in touch with the local paper. I think it was the Northern Echo, and they said, "Oh, we'll do a little article." So we went down to our local British home stores, stood in the doorway, my then wife, we just got married, give her a big kiss. They photographed us, given me giving my wife a kiss. And then they put a little article saying this great new song from local band called Making Love in British Home Store's Doorway. But then we got a letter from British Home Stores saying they were going to take us to court unless we either changed something or didn't release anything because it was bad for their image of people basically having it off which we didn't. But they had said it was bad for their image. So it didn't go any further than that. Well,
Looking forward
got
to
about
this.
2 days of fame out of that. Wow.
Well, this is British Home Stores. I'm going to turn the audio up for you guys on the Zoom call with me. And this is British Home Stores by Horizon, Trev's old band. Here we go.
Timbers of a walk down the town. See all the prostitutes hanging around. Was it too much to ask for? Was it too much to try for? Like in lovely British Home Stores doorway. I called my girl along, he said, can I join in? I said, come love me, mate, you're already in. Was it too much to ask for? Was it too much to try for? Like in lovely British Home Stores doorway. My picture's just hard. It was getting late, I thought I'd better go home. My mother was waiting and she punched me in the throat. Was it too much to ask for? Was it too much to try for? Like in lovely British Home Stores doorway. Oh, let's go. Get on your bike and ride it. Was it too much to ask for? Was it too much to try for? Like in lovely British Home Stores doorway.
That's amazing.
Absolutely brilliant.
That's so
God.
good.
That was
so
like
fucking
it had the
good.
Jilted John thing, but it also reminded me of the Skids B-side for Into the Valley, which was their big hit. Was a thing called TV Stars, and the background vocal was Albert Tatlock from Coronation Street over and over. It kind of had that feel. That's so good.
Love it.
Got that idea
good.
from
That was brilliant.
Well, thanks.
So we're covering it.
At some point, we got to do a cover of
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, I need a copy of the cover of.
I sent it to you. I emailed it to you, Trev.
Did it? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, all right, I'll
If
have a
not,
look.
I'll do it again just in case you didn't get it. But I was
I'll have
going
a
to
look.
say, because obviously you got that off your mate who had some more archive of your stuff.
Yeah.
Have you played any of the old band hour cover of Stay Struck
No, but I'm gonna when I get.
when you get the MP3?
Oh, it's on the WhatsApp thing, isn't it?
Well, it's on
Yeah.
the WhatsApp. I WhatsApped it to you. So I mean,
It's coming in tomorrow, so yeah.
cool.
Yeah, play it.
All right.
Yeah.
Play him. We'd love to know what he thinks of that. But
I'll get him in on this, but he's
I love that song.
he doesn't go on stuff like this.
Oh well, another time we could get his comments
Opinion.
via you.
All right,
So what year was that, Trev?
I can't. That was. Cool.
You sounded really young there.
Yeah. It
That
sounded
was-
very late 70s, early 80s.
I was probably about 19. So
Very
that would
London
be,
as well.
60, 70, 79.
79. Right,
Something
okay,
like that.
cool.
Yeah.
Totally of the era.
I've tried looking for the article, but I can't find it.
Great guitar solo as well. Love your guitar.
Trev's guitar
playing.
solos are always great.
It's got a real.
But what I couldn't make
style
up
to it.
for dexterity, I used to try and make up for in unusual little riffs, if you know what I mean.
I do know exactly what you mean, mate. We've all got to use what we've got to convince people that we're not as bad as we actually are.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's
Why I sing for a living.
Pulling people's the wool over people's eyes is part of the job, I think. But
Of course it is.
there we go. Right, so let's go to your comments.
Oh,
So we got Evelyn there saying Chris is very knowledgeable on his vinyls. Brilliant. So thank you, Evelyn. We got Robert Bone saying, admittedly, I never really listened to the Blur albums at the time, so following this week's album of Took Week, I had to listen to Modern Life is Rubbish. Firstly, surprising how many of the tracks on there aren't more widely known. Secondly, if Nirvana Baby can sue 30 years later, I think Space Potatoes can sue Blur for copyright infringement. So there we go. We got the Evelyn says, love the Spud version of Stage Struck. Brilliant. And she also says, Ricky always seems to be a naughty boy in his younger days with your confession.
the lie.
We've got Nigel Reese, funny if it was one, talking about Trevor's last True or False, but it wasn't number one. We got another great Spudathon from Robert, thank you very much. One of the best Spudathons to be shown, so entertaining, brilliant there from Evelyn. So many, I think we were getting down to the comments from the week before there, but yeah, so many nice comments, thank you very much. Keep them coming in. We do love your comments. How do I get back to us? Oh, there we go. I've got back to us. So, yeah, and of course, this week as well. What are you doing, Ricky?
We're singing along to that track because it's quite loud.
Sing along.
on
Is
the
it
Zoom
really
call.
loud for you?
Yeah. Which is fine.
It should be really quiet. Yeah, but you're just kind of randomly singing now because
Just to throw,
I'm trying to bring up the next segment, which is meant to be very somber. And I'm thinking,
And we're all jovial and light-hearted.
we are. I'm going to fade the background music out. I'm gonna get.
Because
rid
I
of
heard the fucking song more than I heard you. Jesus Christ! It
Really?
Yeah.
was quite loud.
Something's going wrong there. I hope you at home didn't get too much of the background music.
No, you turned up the backing thing for the Zoom call, didn't you? So you probably didn't reset it.
Brilliant. Right. Well, on to our next subject.
I'll tell you what's gone wrong there. Science.
Let's bring in an expert. Go on, Dave.
Let's get our somber faces on, people. Somber faces. Because
What does that mean?
yesterday was the 20th anniversary of 9/11.
It was, yeah.
It was. And me and Ricky were having a chat last night on the phone, going sort of, where were you when 9/11 happened? And we thought we'd mention it and say, where were we? Because it was such a life-changing event. And there's so many people alive today that were not even alive when it happened or were so young that they don't remember. But to us, I'm sure it was such an impactful event we can all remember. So where were you, Chris? Tell us.
At the time, I worked for a mailing company in an area of Manchester. It was pretty sketchy, but I remember one of the drivers came back in and he had the radio on in his van and said, "Someone's just flown a plane into the World Trade Center." What? Really? What? Like as an accident? Like what? Not realizing, And then we had a radio playing in the building, which was kind of distant and played Key 103, which is good if it's Key 103 because it's dreadful. But then it got announced that another one, and then another plane had hit, and that was it. Then everyone was going, Jesus, that's done on purpose. Then that's like terrorism or something, and it was just really, really scary. And I remember that Jenna and I at the time we lived in this flat, and she got the bus home and said she walked through the centre of Manchester. Do you remember when shops used to have loads of tellies in the front? Like Rumbelows or something like that, and every telly was showing the news, and there was crowds of people all round the shop fronts and stuff. And we got home and we just sat there and watched the news all night, just watching things unfold and as things were being, reported. And last night we watched that 102 minutes that shaped America, or whatever that documentary's called, with Nancy and George, because they wanted to watch it because they wanted to find out what it was all about. They knew what it was about, but they wanted to see the footage and see what,
It was crazy day. What about you, Trev? Where were you?
I was sat in my front room and I was actually going through stuff for getting ready for going. We had about a week to go and we were going to go over to America to do some gigs with Star Sailor. I think it was them. And it just came on the TV, like broke into the transmission, breaking news. It was when the second one went in. That's when it, you do actually sit and think, oh God, here we go. I thought there was going to be some sort of war, to be honest.
Yeah. That was scary.
That was quite scary. You know? But then, it was on the news forever after that, But
It doesn't feel like 20 years, though.
It doesn't at all. What about you, Rick? You were a lot younger than us back then.
Yeah, I was 14 and I just got home from school and I went into the front room and Mum had the news on and she went, oh, planes just gone into a couple of planes have just gone into the Twin Towers. And I was like, what the bloody hell, what are they? And then it came, like a picture of them came on. I was like, oh, I recognise them from Home Alone.
Yes. He's on the top, isn't he, in one of them?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, them buildings. I was like, oh, no. And I was like, well, what's all this about then? Like, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Two planes crashing into, like, these buildings, like, I don't know how many minutes apart. Was it 20 minutes apart, 15 minutes apart?
It wasn't much.
Wasn't long. And that was kind of like, I didn't know anything about terrorism or anything back then. I just thought, oh, this is a bit weird. What's all that about? And then terrorism for me, was on the map from then on. That's when I kind of discovered it.
Well, the events we've got happening at the minute have all stemmed back to that one moment, pretty much.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, you kind of missed all the IRA bombing terrorism stuff. You were a bit too young.
I remember all that.
weren't
I had a gig in Manchester the night that the Manchester bomb happened. And the venue owner, I rang him or he rang me. I was like, still do the gig if you want. Like, what? You can't even get into the town centre. But yeah, that was scary because I'd gone shopping in Manchester and I was about half a mile away or something when it went off, and it was really frightening. That was.
Well, I remember 9/11. I was at the studio recording, meant to be recording a band, and it was the first time I'd put in the new computer system running Logic 4.7. With the new kind of setup, and we moved away from tape machines, 24-track tape machines, and I was kind of shitting myself because I didn't really know what I was doing on it. And the band never turned up. They booked 3 or 4 days and never turned up. And John Paul ran in at whatever time in the afternoon it was and said, "What's the Twin Towers?" to Jim, who was sitting on the desk. And Jim went, "It's those big tall buildings in New York." He said, "Someone's just flown a plane into one of them." So we got out this little black and white TV where the bottom of the TV, the screen was actually at the top because the vertical hold was out, and kind of crowded around me. My studio was in a railway arch, so we had to run a cable out the window to be able to get the reception, to be able to see it, and tuned it in with the old tuner, and then saw the second plane hitting the footage of that with, I don't know if it was live or it just happened or whatever, and it was kind of weird because the plane would come in on the sort of the bottom of the screen and then arrive at the top because the vertical hold was out. We were there going, same as you guys, going, wow, this is serious. This is game changing. And that was a day that kind of, it did a lot for the conspiracy theory business, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
But it's people on the map.
Last night the kids were watching it, and obviously there's footage of people jumping out, and Nancy and George were debating, would you jump or would you burn, or what would you do? What would you, if that was your options? And I thought, this is a 12-year-old and a 9-year-old debating what's the best way to die: jump out 100 floors or burn with jet fuel. And it's quite
real.
It probably sounds silly, but I would have just tried my absolute best to just get past all of the fucking debris and just see if there was any way possible.
Run out of oxygen, though, because you just run out.
Because the fumes would have got you before you'd even got anywhere. That's why people were literally hanging out the windows, because they were trying to get air. Because behind them was just
smoke,
utter carnage.
I would have tried.
There was that couple, wasn't there? There was a man and a woman holding hands as they jumped.
Yeah. And
I saw one documentary, and I think it was the one with the fire crew, where they got there and you could just hear. and it was people hitting the floor, and they were like, we won't film any of this because this is just too horrific.
I don't know if it's true or not, or but apparently, if you throw yourself off of a building that high, the adrenaline of it can be a bit too much, and you can actually have a heart attack.
I'm sure that's true for some people. Absolutely.
Yeah. So you'll have a heart attack on the way down, and that'll be the end of it.
And there was a woman who filmed someone, obviously from like this in a housing place way away from it, and it took seconds. It wasn't like it was.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's
It's just unbelievable.
You hit kind of a terminal velocity where you can't go any faster because of the air resistance, and then it's
yeah.
Just that's I mean, horrific day, and it's got 20 years. Just seems to have.
I can't believe it's been 20 years. I really can't.
I remember reading all about it the next day, like in the newspaper. I was on my way to school, and like just seeing all the newspapers again with like people. They've obviously taken photos of people jumping to their deaths, and it was like literally there was remember like the big newspaper stands that they had in shops, like the news agents, just every single paper, just 9/11, 9/11, just pictures of death and destruction.
One of the biggest events of our lifetimes, I think.
Definitely. I think that and the Berlin Wall. I think that was the one before that. Jenna and I were debating it last night. I think the Berlin Wall was the other big thing.
Chernobyl.
That was before that one. I was 87, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was quite big. And,
I remember that.
And of course, COVID has probably now become the biggest international event for our lives. But so wow, 20 years ago. So let's move on from that very sad topic. We've actually got a new song to play. We got Chris has written a song which is on 14, which is available for pre-order. Yeah. So tell us about the song.
Change of mood, isn't it, Dave? From that,
just
back in February or whenever it was when I wrote
all right. Well,
songs.
Chris, I would say we'll clip these videos and put them up, and they'll be clipped, and then that'll all look perfectly seamless. Like I didn't just go from first to fifth, no,
that's fine.
In a second there. So tell us about your new song, Chris. Come on.
Yeah. So that section of songs on 14 are all about the indie scene in the 90s as it went corporate and mainstream. And this song is written from the perspective of a small indie band that are trying to fight the battle of grunge that was taking over the charts and the UK in the early 90s. And they were desperate to sort of get signed and get out there. It's kind of that. And I wrote it, sent it to Dave. It was a bit like a Elastica meets Sleeper, B-list indie. It was the weak track. And then Dave contacted me and said, oh, by the way, I think you might like what I've done to it. And he's turned it into something I just wouldn't have expected in a billion years. It's very wordy. You've got to listen to the words, but the chorus is incredibly catchy.
Weird drum machines, all sorts of stuff. It's very, very good fun.
I think it's really cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
So here we go. Here's Chris' new song, which is Take Us to the Stars at the moment. That's what it's called so far.
When we got in tonight, well, they just didn't care. Didn't know what to do, so they just stood and stared. And after the waiting, everyone's hating the sound that we're making. They're not jubilating. Well, now they're the ones who regret everything they say. We only do this cause there's nothing else to do. You stood back and soaked up the American noise school. You've had all the others, dolls, sisters and brothers, sound just like each other. You're about to discover that they're the ones whose music will fade away. So take us as we are. Take us to your hearts. If you liked it so far, take us to the bar. You wanna play your part. Take us to your heart. You buy or we sell, so take us to the stars. So take us as we are. Take us to your hearts. If you liked it so far, take us to the bar. You wanna play a part? Take us to your heart. You buy or we sell, so take us to the stars. So take us as we are. Take us to your hearts. If you liked it so far, take us to the bar. You wanna play a part? Take us to your heart. You buy or we sell, so take us to the stars.
Blind.
So there we go. That's
that.
Chris's new song there. We got
With
some
the world's fizziest guitars. The guitar sounds are awful, aren't they?
It's beautiful, but it's kind of nice, awful. We got Mr. Ben's wardrobe. I think that is that's George, our fictitious label boss. I was in the BBC Queen Margaret Drive recording for Vic Galloway show on BBC Scotland. Obviously, when 9/11 happened, we got a comment there. So yeah, people recalling what they were doing on 9/11 there. Yeah, love that song, and I think people are saying they really love it. Well done, Chris. Love it, Chris, there from Ralphie. And
Dankeschön.
Joe saying great track. Donna, hello to Donna there, joining us on the stream, and Emily as well, joined in.
Wasp.
So hello to Wasp there. But we're going to move on to confession time, Ricky. Oh, hang on. Trevor disappeared, and now we've got you all out of place as well.
So I was just giggling at.
Trevor is where Ricky is, and Ricky's where Trevor is. So, let's yeah, we wouldn't want to get those two mixed up. Otherwise, Trevor would have ginger hair. That'd be awful.
I'll tell you what. Confession time.
Confession time. Let's do it. I'm going to hit the button. Give us your confession, Ricky.
Well, I've got two. The first one is I really need to go to the toilet. Second one is when I worked at Morrison's back in the day. I worked in various departments, and one of them, luckily, was the bakery.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I got to like all the pecan pies, whatever they are.
Yeah,
I know the ones you mean.
Yeah, and all the donuts, all the little mini chocolate ring donuts and stuff. They'd come in, I'd pack them up, put them in like the plastic containers, and then put them on the shelf. And I was responsible for getting all the frozen pecan pies, put them in the oven, blah blah blah. Anyway, so I'd just munch a load of this stuff, which I wasn't supposed to be doing. If I drop one on the floor like a nice ring donut or something, I'd stick with the 5-second rule and I'd pick it up and I'd put it in the container, plastic container, and just like put it out on the shelf so it weren't. So they had equal amounts, So I was dropping donuts and God knows what, and yeah, just 5-second rule, pick it up, put it back in the container, and send it out to the shelf. But there you go.
The fact is, Ricky, you are scum.
I am.
Scum.
I am.
Nevertheless, I forgive you.
Thanks.
Is that all you've got to say?
What, thanks for being forgiven? What do you want me to say?
Don't know. Just show a little bit more sorrow and apology for what you've done.
I'm sorry. How's that?
I don't think
okay?
Jesus was impressed there, Ricky. I don't think Jesus was impressed at all.
Okay. Strike me down.
Anyway, that was your confession.
Mike Crooks is like, more reasons to shop at Morrison's.
I went into a bakery the other day, and there were literally flies crawling over the cream buns and stuff. And I just thought to myself, who's going to eat them? Who is going to buy anything from? No, I wouldn't. Ugh. I'm really squeamish about that kind of shit.
Let's get those fly tapes. I've got them all over the place. They're amazing. Whack them in there.
Yeah, I got blue light to kill them all. That gets them. I can't bear any of that. Anyway, right, what have we got coming up next? We've got I've been working on Series 2, Episode 2.
yes.
We've got a lot of good bits in that. So keep donating, buy stuff at 2020rendezvous.com/shop and help us fund Series 2. It's really looking good. There's so many good storylines. I'm not going to spoil any of it for you. No
can't spoil
spoilers.
it.
But let's move on to this week's number 3. This week's number 3 is one of my songs from 14. This is Them and Us, one that hasn't been played recently. So this kind of doubles up as a song that hasn't been played recently. I haven't done one of them because we got a new song, so we haven't got one of our picks this week. But
This one hasn't been played recently, is it?
no, it hasn't. Another thing about
Has it
it
not?
is it hasn't been played recently.
We should play it.
We might well play it, in fact. This is
Play it
this
then,
week's
Dave.
number 3 of this week.
Play that one that ain't been played recently.
Which
If it's not
one's
been
that?
played, it deserves to be played.
I think
Well,
it
that-
should be played. If only people
that
had
rec-
voted it into number 3.
Right, okay.
But
Well, that
luckily
one that
they
ain't been
have.
played recently. Okay.
So this is Them and Us, I think. That hasn't been played recently.
How can you call yourself a friend when you've actively worked against me again and again? How can you smile at me on stage when the darkness inside consumes you with paranoid rage? With you, it's only to be expected. The respect I had for you's been rejected, but it's still them and us against the world. The two of us digging our holes. When we grow up, maybe we'll be friends. Until that time, we can just pretend. How can you ask me for my help when you twist the knife in my back whenever it's turned? How can you soundly sleep at night, dividing us up just so long as your ego's alright? It's easy to forget we're human when your life is like that show with Truman. But it's still them and us against the world. The two of us digging our holes when we
There we go. That was Them and Us there. So how did you...
Fantastic.
Do you enjoy yourself there, Ricky? Have a...
Yeah, just had to go and let the cat in.
Let Rocky in. Where was he? Like 4 flats away.
Well, I hope you enjoyed pushing out. I hope it wasn't too much of a strain for you. Pushing him out.
Come at me like a brand cable.
Wow. Did you get time to wash your hands?
Anybody eating the tea? Hope you're enjoying it.
Robert Bain said, hope you washed your hands.
What's everyone going on about? I let the cat in.
Yes. It's all right. We've been commentating it in the Did You
I guess
Know?
I heard the facts.
Oh, dear we. Right, let's move on. Chris's to album of week.
Oh, yeah.
Chris's to album choice of the week.
Chris's album choice of week.
And as always, a complete contrast to the previous album of the week. This week's is the amazing Phaedra by Tangerine Dream. If you want 3 Germans with a load of synthesizers, this is for you.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, Ricky's just speaking his only German.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, 9.
Yeah.
Plus, this is the. This is the record store.
Ricky.
Sorry.
You know, wait all week. This is my little bit of happiness each week, and you shit on it, don't you?
Shite on it.
Entschuldigung, which is sorry in German.
Bit late now, isn't it?
Sorry.
Anyway, this was the Record Store Day release on Tangerine vinyl. I can highly recommend it if you want something mellow and peaceful to listen to, unlike these 2 bell ends. And yeah,
Rammstein.
It came out in 1974. There you go. I give up. Next week.
Wait, who produced it? Come on.
No.
Oh,
Done
come
now.
on, tell us.
No. Fuck off.
No, honestly, I want to know about it. Come on.
You care now? Yeah.
Who produced it?
The band produced it. It was recorded at the Manor. You know, it was the first album they released on Virgin, so Richard Branson shoved them in his studio where Julie Bells was done and everything. But there you go. That's it.
Cool. So that was Chris's album of week there.
Chris's to album choice of the week. Chris's album choice of the week.
So we've got lots of people here saying that they've got it and they love it. Craig
It
Barnes
sold
says,
really well.
Craig Barnes says, just sitting down for Cumberland sausage. Cheers, Ricky. Christine Lalande says that she loves synth. Ralphie says he also likes Ricochet.
Ricochet is a great album.
So there we go. But coming
And
up, we have
Rubicon.
Jesus the Pen in the show. Please subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, tell a friend about 2020 Rendezvous, and go to 2020rendezvous.shop. /shop 2020 Rendezvous. Cut this bit, Ricky. Go to 2020rendezvous.com/shop to help us make
Say it again, just so I've got a couple of takes.
All right, so we'll do this bit again. Subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, share 2020 Rendezvous with a friend, and go to 2020rendezvous.com/shop to support us making Series 2 and pre-order the new albums, 14 and Megalomania. That was much better, wasn't it, second time round?
Okay, yeah. No, if we could just do that one more.
I'd rather not. Let's move on. Chart position number 2 this week.
I felt like a producer then. I'm just doing what you cunts do. Just being honest.
That is what we do. Just get you to do it again.
Just do it again.
Just do it again.
That was a fucking great take, but if we can just do it again, fuck off.
Are you Clem Fandango?
He's having a pop at me because his latest song he sang and sent to me, and I made him do it all again on a different microphone. And I make him redo vocals. I go, come on, I want you to do the choruses at the end, double that up and do it again. I'm always wanting to do things again. I do it with you as well.
Yeah, I know you do.
I do it with you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just a perfectionist in a really...
Sorry that I care!
Yeah, sorry that I'm trying to make you all sound good. Jesus Christ.
Here I am, polishing your turds, week in, week out, and nobody cares!
Literally. I'm glad you've noticed. Jesus
is great.
Christ. One day I'm going to do a show where I just play all the shit that you send me how it sounds before I get involved. God. Right, so...
Ego-less potatoes.
At the end of this stream, that was a great stream, but can we just do it again? Just another hour.
I remember once on a tour, everyone was really knackered. Like the day before the last gig, Rick was like, what would you say if we suddenly got to do all these gigs all over again? Just like, fuck off, Ricky, please.
That'd be great.
You couldn't do that with marriage.
It's been a fantastic 56 years together, but can we do it again? Can we just do it again?
Oh, dear. On your deathbed.
Yeah.
Welcome to heaven. God, do you mind if I just do it again?
I messed up the second chorus. Can I do it again, God? Oh, yeah, go on then.
Be like Neil Young at Glastonbury doing Rocking in a Free World. He did the ending of that about
60,000
12
endings.
times. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Anyway, this week's number 2. I pressed the button, but I'm going to do it again. Featuring the lovely Emily Lynn on backing vocals, who was in the comments earlier, but I doubt she's still here. She comes in, says hello, and disappears quicker than Ricky holding in a shit. Anyway, this is Damaged Breathing at number 2.
Hope you're feeling happy.
That was Damaged Breathing there.
Damaged.
Was this week's number 2.
Song about my lungs.
But as you know, it's Sunday, and if you've skipped
Sunday.
church,
Sunday.
you need not
Church.
feel guilty
Guilty.
because it's Jesus time with
Time.
Jesus the
And
Yay!
Dave, can we just do that again?
Okay, right. So here we go. Hang on a minute.
I love this. This is going to be my new thing now. Can we just do it again?
All right.
Get on a t-shirt.
Well,
Yeah.
as you know, it's Sunday, and if you've skipped church, you need not feel guilty because it's Jesus time with Jesus the Pen. Is that better?
Brought to
It
you
was
by
good, but I
Apple.
think we'll go with the first one.
Right, I can't rewind now. I can't go back in time and not do the second one.
Can you do the first half
on, Martin,
with the
it's
first version, but the second half with the first version as well, but use the second half and I can chop it. And what we'll do, we'll run it backwards. All right, we'll whack it through one speaker and then it will come out the other. All right. And then it'll sound all right.
Okay, so here we go. Well, as you know, it's Sunday. And if you've skipped church, you need not feel guilty because it's Jesus time with Jesus.
Okay, if you can just cut down on the gain, that would be great. Okay, from the top.
Okay. Well, as you know, it's Sunday. And if you've skipped church, you need not feel guilty because it's Jesus time with Jesus the Pen. How was that?
Perfect.
That was
Perfect.
brilliant.
Was that a good one?
That was a
That is the
that's a
one.
keeper, that. We'll
Perfect.
take that one.
Jesus time with Jesus the Pen.
Ruined it. We'll have to do it again.
Hello everyone, Jesus here. Yesterday was the 20th anniversary of 9/11, or as we like to call it in England, 11/9. But seeing as there aren't enough days about me, I wanted to remind you of some of the things that I did on 9/12, or 12/9, as we like to call it in England. So here's a rundown of the greatest hits of Jesus, things that I did on 9/12. There was, of course, the taming of the hedgehog. People used to bring me their hedgehogs, and I would tame them. It's very simple, but they enjoyed the service. I even got some tips. Then there was the day that I put some salt into water, turning water into brine. That was a good one. It's very well documented that I healed a leopard. And of course, I cured infant mortality. No, actually, I didn't do that. I never do anything that useful. So just remember, every 9/11, the next day is 9/12, and that is International Jesus Day, celebrating some of my best unknown acts. Basically, I am fantastic. Amen.
So there we go. Bit of Jesus the... what the fuck is going on?
Did you do that again, Dave?
Can we do that again?
Don't know what was going on there. It all just went a little bit crazy and played it twice, but we can do the end again, and you can edit it on.
Mocking the Son of God, and now he's tampering with your systems.
There we go. So, yeah, taming of the hedgehog there. Who didn't learn about that at school?
Hey,
You didn't learn anything
never
at
in.
school.
it's true.
You're too busy knocking donuts on the floor in Morrison's.
I know. If I could just do that again, that would be brilliant.
Do it again. We do that again, Ricky.
Can I just go to school again? Do you reckon they'd accept me?
No.
Why? I've been there once. They accepted me that time.
Yeah,
I was
but
thick.
you wouldn't pass the check now, would you? What's the check they make you do? Make sure you're not...
Check?
Yeah, they check that you're safe to be around children.
Yeah.
But I'm a child.
At heart,
At
you
heart.
are.
Not physically.
At heart.
Not physically. Size of 4 children. But anyway. Yeah.
Size of 4 large children.
Get all of Chrissy's children on a seesaw
won't be
on
as
one
big.
end and Ricky on the other. And they're all going to be up in the air. Anyway.
Dear me.
Dreadful. Jesus Christ. Right. Number 1 this week. You voted for a classic. You voted for the obvious choice. You voted for the one that
Birds. It's
clearly...
Birds number 1. Brilliant.
No.
Love this song.
No, it's not. It's the
Why
one
not?
that they always
What's wrong
vote.
with you?
It's the one that's been number one most of all the songs that could possibly be number one, other than possibly Fox's, which we've already had. So that can't
What,
be that
Everything
one.
I Do It For You by Bryan Adams.
Absolutely. This is Everything
Love
I
Is
Do.
All Around by Wet, Wet, Wet.
This is Everything I Do is Wet, Wet, Wet all around. 1,000 times
Careful.
over.
The gig with Bryan Adams.
Let's start a wet, wet, wet tribute and call it dry, dry, dry.
I thought you were going to say piss, piss, piss then.
Piss, that's a Kiss tribute. Piss.
Golden.
You could do Wet, Wet, Wet covers in the style of Kiss and call it piss, piss, piss.
Piss, piss, piss. Okay, could do.
You did a gig with Bryan Adams
project to
once.
work on.
Did you say,
that?
Trev?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Tell us
all right.
about
Well, we just did a support spot. That was it.
that. All right, fair
And I
enough.
watched some of Bryan Adams. Was all right.
Which bit of him did you watch?
Issues.
Mainly the top of his head because he's only short. But no, they were pretty good. But there was no,
head.
when he did the classics, there was none of the big reverbs and that. Disappointing that.
Right, well, on that note, this is 1,000 Things. We've been told to get on with it by John Chappell there. All right, mate. All right, calm down.
Chill out.
By who?
We're going to do it again in a minute anyway.
Yeah. So, this week's number one is 1,000 Things. Okay, there we go. 1,000 Things there at number one. Before we go, Ricky, the clip director, has got some requests. Get on with it, Ricky.
Chris, going back to your album of week, just need to grab what your favourite track is.
Okay.
And I can edit it.
Well, it's got a long, convoluted title. The title track, Fade, was really good, but I would have to say that Mysterious Semblance at the Strand of Nightmares, which is basically just lots of mellotron and phaser, which is every box that needs to be ticked in my book.
There we go. Anything else you want to get in, Ricky?
Yeah, can we just do that again? No, I'm joking. Fantastic. Okay.
So that's our show, everyone. It was great to be back after a week off. We got a bit over time, but I'm sure you all enjoyed it. A few of us left.
Giving you your money's worth. That's what we're doing.
Absolutely. Please go to 2020rendezvous.com/shop. Oh, look, we get to see a little bit of Trev's belly there. That was very nice.
No, there's a giant spider on the floor.
Oh, no.
But don't kill it.
Don't kill it.
Don't kill it.
Get it in a glass and get it out of the room.
No.
Hang on, we're going to go live Trev cam with Spider in the house. He's got a spider in his house. Let's wonder what he's going to do.
Don't know, really. It's sitting down because I've only got flip-flops on.
Tap dance all over its fucking head.
I wonder if it likes switch cleaner. Oh, fuck it, sit down.
There we go. I've just
Spider Trev. Spider Trev.
Does whatever a Spider Trev
does.
Very clever machines.
And he swing from a web.
What? Spiders are very clever machines.
Yeah.
They are compared to Ricky. I'll give you that.
Can't play baseball,
Spider's
can they?
more intelligent than
Right, I'm
I
trying to
am.
end this show, for fuck's sake. So
I've got fucking 8 legs.
You said before, keep talking, see how long we can pour the shit out of them. That's what you said.
I did not. Right, so thanks everyone for joining us this week, and we'll be back next week, of course, with more stuff. Go to 2020rendezvous.com/shop and help us make series 2. Do you want to say goodbye, Chris?
Yeah, and listen to this album because it's amazing.
Trevor, say goodbye.
Goodbye. Live long and phosphorus.
Ricky.
Goodbye.
And it's also a goodbye from me. Make the noises, people. See you later, Space Potatoes.
ordeal. Go
Okay,
on,
we're going back live now with Trev Cam.
Update,
Because
spider
he's-
update.
Spider update. He's left the room shouting Sue, so we're just going to sit here and wait and see what happens
Spider
with this
update.
spider.
Oh,
We're back.
Come on.
it's going to
Can we see? Can we see this spider?
So,
Oh, that is a big one.
Yes, I know.
That's
What about the spider?
I mean, on.
that's a big one.
Oh,
Got it. God, you a big horse.
God, you're a big wuss.
You tell him so.
worse.
it's massive.
That's what she said. Oh dear, Trevor's not realising we're back live.
No,
He didn't have his headphones in. We're just live at the moment, Trev. Just doing some coverage of your spider.
Oh,
The cut and thrust of rock and roll.
So we're going to end the show again.
got like spiders.
Oh well. So see you later,
again.
space potatoes.
I'm going on holiday. I'm flying through the air. I've saved up all my pay to go anywhere. We're all a family, no matter where you're from. We're a shining reality, so what could go wrong? 2020 rendezvous.